Greetings, it is I, Susie Q. What's showing up in your field, lighting up, turning on, and illuminating the miracles in your juicy life. All right, so I'm getting ready to move into another topic, but I just wanted to go back just for a second with the Akashic records related to automatic writing, and so I've got tons of material. It's crazy, and I'm going to share this one piece with you, and then. Um, I don't know why I'm saying all the time. It's like an extension of something that's not necessary. Anywho, so we're going to move into this beautiful piece, and eventually I'm going to talk a little bit about quantum healing hypnosis technique. That's the work of Dolores Cannon. So, but for right now, I've got this written piece that was it's probably like maybe a year or two ago that I wrote this, or I was the scribe. Literally, when I go to the keyboard, I don't really know exactly what's going to happen, and then I just go, well, let's just see what's going to show up. And then and then I type. And sometimes I have to go to the dictionary and find out, is that word right? Because I feel like I'm the scribe. Anyway, so here we go with this written piece. We'll do a little bit of analysis of it with some of the formulas that I'm working with that might help you to find more benefits or more goodness in your life. So here we go. Be it love or be it life, all is here in this precious moment of now. Vibrancy of colors beyond our own perceptions become the awakened spirit within. Fluctuations swirl about as concentric energies harmonize with one another. In the vastness of the higher fields of love, there too harmonization becomes your own. Gatherings of spirit uplifts all in a space of deep love. Come a love bunny one. Guidepost along the way, usher in this knowing from the deepest recesses of your gorgeous presence of now. To harmonize to the life of your knowing is to receive your in breath and your out breath as an act of love of self. Loving what presents, even if it be something so extraordinary, graciously receive this gift. As the points of light, you and I, we each carry the gift of energy signatures that harmonize beyond our own physical bodies. Be it at a night sky, there we see the presence of celestial potential in its highest expression. There too, you and I blend into one. Feeling the warmth of the sun raw energies reminds us of our own light within. Your divine connection with this beautiful array of possibilities presents varied and miraculous portals of light. Harmonization begins in each and every inhalation. Draw in your beautiful in breath. See this as an act of gratitude for this your life. Your in breath and your gift of life harmonizes into the deeper sense of letting go. Your out breath. Be more free with your openness to express love in all areas of your life. Harmonization comes natural, and naturally so it is. In a loving presence of this internal now, broadcast your light. Your presence sets the whole night sky aglow. Love you dearly, Susie Q. Right, so that was a fun piece. I just, I just kind of write this stuff and then I don't really do anything with it, but I think it's kind of fun when we're looking at some of the qualities from these pieces. Now I had that on my screen and I've taken it off, so we're just going to go out and see what's happening. So when we're looking at the Akashic records associated with automatic writing, we start seeing that there's some, there's something else conspiring to help us to feel more in connection with what is, or being in the state of now, the presence of now. And so these qualities are so rich. And so sometimes, like, you sometimes are like thinking, well, is that it? Is that it? Is that story it? And then we start noticing that over time, it kind of is, it's like it's been seasoned very, very well. So we start getting more guidance and more assurance that whatever we're working with is coming through. It's coming through. And when we go through that reflection piece, we kind of look at it and go, well, I'm not feeling anything, or why did this show up, or why do I need to know this? Well, I think there's a bigger part of us that is available to have a higher state of consciousness or access higher intelligence, or what we call the innate intelligence. And a lot of these energies come through and they're real subtle, and it's real smooth. It's a smooth experience with some of these written material pieces. And then the third step would be moving into what we call automatic writing. Now, I would have to say for the first step, step one, step two, and step three are all about the Akashic records. So, so you could say, well, Susie's just writing this, or maybe she's just the scribe, or we don't know what's going on with Susie or what's going on with you. But you start finding that oftentimes the Akashic records, your Akashic records, are assisting with you to have a better experience, getting more benefits with maybe something going on with your body. If something's like coming into the body and it's different, and you might get some guidance there through the Akashic records, through your Akashic records, right? And then you might be getting more guidance about the relationships in your life. We talk a lot about the relationships, and how are we relating with one another, or how are we kind of soothing over some spaces where it might have been a rough patch for a while. So there's a lot of goodness through the Akashic records, because as we each and all of us have the Akashic records, we have opportunities to go to the records and see if we can get kind of a parallel experience, a parallel reality, or just another way of looking at helping a person feel lighter in the body. And the third one is we're really focusing a lot on that prosperity and the miracles. Sometimes you could say abundance or money, 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 or you could just say the miracles are coming in, and the most perfect timing for me and for you as well. So when we're looking at some of these energies, that they're so magnificent, because like when I first start hitting the keyboard, when the words start coming through, I'm not really sure what the message is. I just know I'm typing quickly, and then over time, let's just say I just read this just earlier today, this piece that I just did, and then I'm getting more insights, because back then it was like a fever. It's like a fever, you got to get on that keyboard and get all those words, and see if you can find something for you. And it's not just about me, but it's like for everybody. We're all connected. It's kind of like 1 + 1 = 1. We're all in a sea of family, or a sea of beautiful light bodies. Okay, so we're going to move into real quickly here a little bit about the Akashic, not the Akashic records, but with the quantum healing hypnosis technique, the work of Dolores Cannon. So I have had the privilege to be a practitioner, a level 2 practitioner with QHHT, and it feels like I've had quite a few sessions with people here in Scottsdale, and when we do the QHHT, it has to be in person, and it's about a 5-hour session, and there's a lot that comes through with that, and it's an honest and earnest way of understanding yourself in a broad stroke. It's like a huge broad stroke of consciousness that could be coming through for a person, and even if a person says, I can't be hypnotized. I'm like kind of like that too. I'm like, I'm not hypnotized. And then you realize that you're completely in a different state. It may not be hypnosis, it could be another altered state where you're kind of like half awake and half, another state of being. But this is really what I'm working with. And I've got a really cool experience. I've got a guy from Alaska that's coming in, and who's coming in for a session. I think maybe on Wednesday, maybe Wednesday morning. So it's really fun to experiment or experiment or experience some of these energies, because the QHHT is really meant for a person to have more understanding about some of the things that they've been working with in this lifetime, and through that they may go to a past life, a future life, or a parallel life or a life that's not even on this planet. But we start getting more guidance and more awareness, even if it's kind of strange or different than what we really perceive life as being. We still get more guidance from that. And also with the QHHT, I think the big wins here, especially if a person goes through a death scene, we don't have to go through the scene. We take it after the death. We get more guidance about what was the person's lessons in that lifetime, and what was their divine purpose in that lifetime. And that is where we get a lot of guidance. So maybe it's from another lifetime or a parallel life or something, but it's still part of your soul's expression. So we start really working with that soul energy, and noticing and having more awareness that there's so much goodness and there's so much guidance, there's so much intelligence. Just think about our soul's expression, or the monad, or the all of all. And then you start realizing there's been so many lives and so many experiences, and they may not be human lives. It could be, you could have been a rock, or you could have been a bug, or you could have been air, or you could have been the wind, or you could have been a mountain. It doesn't matter. But all of these things are helping us to have a better way of looking at life, an overall sense of awareness of the beauty and the breadth of life that we are. And so that's it. I think that's it. So I'm just like kind of going on and on. Anyway, but I'm real happy if you're watching these videos of mine, and I'm real happy that you're watching it. I watch it every once in a while, but sometimes I'm like, oh my God, it's so funny. But you could subscribe if you want to my YouTube channel. You could like it. You could leave I don't know, a comment. And I love comments because I'll always reply. Um, so that's kind of what's going on. I feel like it's been a great day today. And I just know that whatever you're working with, or whatever you're, really looking at some different benefits in life that you're really seeking right now, I think some of these energies would be really perfect for you. So, sending you so much love, and namaste.